Start, as I probably should, in congratulating David Torrance in bringing this subject to Parliament's attention, giving us the opportunity to debate it. For me, of course, the lifeboats are a very important part of my constituency. We have 4 lifeboat stations at Buckie, at Macduff, at Fraserburgh and at Peterhead, because, of course, we are essentially a coastal constituency. And I know how much my constituents value having the lifeboats, the security of knowing that there is someone on standby who knows what they're doing and has the equipment to do it. So, hearing of what goes on in Kinghorn, it's no surprise to find the esteem that the lifeboat service is held in Kinghorn. Now, Kinghorn, of course, has had many maritime connections. From the death of Alexander III in 1286, which meant that the Maid of Norway became the Queen of Scotland at the age of 3 years, and then drowned off St Margaret's Hope in 1290 and caused the Wars of Independence that underpin much of the history of Scotland of those times and resonates to today. So Kinghorn has a history around the sea and a history on the lifeboat. Now, I was interested to read about the early experience of the lifeboat there in 1965, rescuing leisure sailors, or perhaps not, because they didn't want to be. And I myself used to do a lot of dinghy sailing. I'm just not quite sure I would be out at Kinghorn on that particular day, but I'd love to go back and look at my records and find that it's pretty confident it's actually not the case. Now, of course, the lifeboats that we have today in Kinghorn and elsewhere are quite high-tech. And we want to go back to what the first rescue boats were. They were actually cobbles with a couple of guys rowing them and somebody in the stern steering the boat towards the vessel in distress. So we've made a lot of progress in professionalising and improving the quality of support that we have. Claire Baker mentioned the Respect for the Water campaign. And it's as well to remind ourselves that the sea is a cruel mistress and can be very dangerous. I don't know how many of us are aware that 1 cubic metre of water, this amount, weighs a tonne. So when water is coming in waves, this is not a trivial matter. It's not like the water that we're in the bath and we feel it's comfortable and warm and surrounding us. Once we're out at sea, water can be one of the most dangerous prospects that any fishermen in my constituency, leisure yachts in Kinghorn, or indeed aviators who've taken off from the airport at Edinburgh and have come to grief in the Forth, as was the case. And I may say on one particular occasion, and I'm just slightly uncertain whether it was the Anstruther boat or the Kinghorn boat, even going to the rescue of the pirate ship Comet, who was broadcasting Radio Scotland between 1966 and 1967 off the Bell Rock on one occasion when the anchors were drifting. The lifeboat had to go out and help that. So there is a wide range of activities that the lifeboats get involved in.